Welcome back to Nintendo Academy. I am Mike Perez, and I know, Breath of the Wild 2 was delayed. But let me tell you in this video a reason to be excited about this delay. And yeah, let's get into it. Subscribe. So to recap all the news this morning, you've probably seen it all over YouTube already. I'm so happy to be in this amazing event here that's hosted by Nintendo. Hey, look, it's Breath of the Wild 2. Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out later this year, guys. Best year ever. Breath of the Wild 2 coming out this year. Alright, oh wait, hold up. Nintendo? Hey, Nintendo's coming over to say hi to me. Hi, Nintendo, hi. Alright, oh wait, hold up. Oh! Was I just slapped by Nintendo? Nintendo, Breath of the Wild is not coming out. Okay. Breath of the Wild is not coming out. Breath of the Wild 2, you know, it's okay. It was only a joke. I was only assuming, like every other YouTuber. I was only assuming. Breath of the Wild is not coming out. Sorry. Okay, so Nintendo, yes, Nintendo did officially delay The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 until spring of 2023. Spring, this is basically March, April, and May, so we have at least a 3-month area where we could potentially see The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. And I want to discuss the real reason why this happened, and I can tell you that it's not production time. Nintendo might have said we need a little bit more production time for this game, but I don't know if that's completely accurate. I don't think Nintendo, of course, they need to cover their real reasons to, you know, for the release of this game, but production reasons, I don't think production of this game is the reason. I think production of another thing is the real reason for the delay. This game is a huge launch for Nintendo. It's the most anticipated game to come out in a long time, and I think there's something behind the curtain that Nintendo will unveil pretty soon in the upcoming months or around the same time. I think Nintendo will announce it this year and will launch next year. Okay, so let's go ahead throughout the next few months. Okay, so we already know that in E3, if it happens, we might not get anything Breath of the Wild unless we get another trailer without a name, or we might get an announcement for a brand new Nintendo Switch upgrade. Okay, I'm not sure if it's a next gen upgrade or if it's just another edition of what we have now, like the Nintendo Switch OLED, and Nintendo Switch Lite. But yeah, we are expecting brand new hardware from Nintendo, and we are expecting it soon. Now, this Breath of the Wild delay could be in line with Nintendo releasing Breath of the Wild 2 along with this brand new Switch hardware. I, in my opinion, what Mike Perez, feel is going to happen is that Nintendo will announce the next gen console this year. And when I mean next gen console, I mean could be a Switch 4K edition or could be a brand new Nintendo console this year, and release it in spring of 2023 along with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The Nintendo released the Nintendo Switch with Breath of the Wild, okay? Then they released a Nintendo Switch Lite with The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Yeah, that one. Link's Awakening. So, Nintendo did release the Nintendo Switch Lite with The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So they have a record of releasing consoles with Zelda. They love that pairing just because how the Legend of Zelda games are created, how they're made, how they're designed. It's the best game to basically display their new hardware. This is something very exciting. We've already seen proof that Nintendo is working on that next-gen console. We've already seen proof that Nintendo might announce it or release it this year or early next year. But this is just the cherry on top of the sundae or cake or whatever you like to have for dessert. Nintendo delayed The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, not because of a game production, but of a system production that is hopefully coming or announced this year. Whether it's going to be announced at E3 or announced in September on Nintendo's own Nintendo Direct, then that's what's going to happen. Nintendo's going to announce the Nintendo Switch, let's say 4K edition. I'm going to call it for the purposes of this video, the 4K edition Switch, and along with the Breath of the Wild release date as well, because they're going to launch at the same time. Just like Metroid Dread launched with the Nintendo Switch OLED. Nintendo needs a big game to launch with this big console. There's always been a big game attached to the Nintendo Switch or Nintendo's consoles, and Breath of the Wild can't get any bigger than that right now. So I'm telling you guys, either Nintendo's going to announce this year the Nintendo Switch Next Edition, 4K edition, along with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild release date in September, the Nintendo Direct in September, and have a dedicated Nintendo Direct in February of next year, announcing the game, giving us a final trailer, and then also announcing the maybe the release dates for Breath of the Wild. I think the release dates will be announced this year. I think it'll either be E3 or September. But if not, then February next year, early February, we'll get a Nintendo Direct it will be dedicated to Breath of the Wild 2 and the Nintendo Switch 4K edition. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Guess what? All opinions on this channel, whether you agree, whether you disagree, guess what? They're super valid, and I respect and honor all of them. So yeah, leave your comment down below. If you like this video, leave a like. You know, when you like this video, you're helping us here and help the algorithm recognize the channel and then take it further so we can grow and finally get to our 10K subscriber milestone. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for liking, for commenting, and everything else. I'll see you in the next video. I am Mike Perez with Nintendo Academy.